Welcome to Wisdom of the Prophets. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life when Allah places you at a crossroads. Will you bow to fear, or will you rise with faith? And without realizing it, you made a decision that shifted your entire destiny. You didn't wait for support. You didn't look for validation. You didn't chase reassurance. You simply whispered, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel, and walked forward with the kind of courage that only comes from knowing Allah is with you. That moment of sincerity, that moment where your heart trembled but your soul refused to surrender, was witnessed by the heavens even if the world stayed blind. And what you don't know is this: your strength in that silent moment traveled far beyond your surroundings. Someone influential, someone with status, wisdom, respect, or authority, someone you never thought was paying attention noticed you, not because you tried to be seen, but because your iman made you shine. They felt the purity in your intentions, the calmness in your patience, the dignity in your silence. Allah turned their heart toward you, writing your name into a chapter of your story that you didn't even know was about to begin. What you are experiencing now is not coincidence. It is Allah showing you that choosing faith over fear was the moment your elevation began, and now the unseen reward is unfolding in front of you, step by step, exactly as He promised. When a chosen one stands at the crossroads of fear and faith, the world expects them to collapse, retreat, or question their own worth. But the moment you said, I choose Allah, something shifted in the unseen. Allah does not allow such a decision to go unnoticed. The hearts that once felt nothing toward you suddenly soften, the eyes that overlooked you begin to see you clearly, and people who never cared now feel drawn to your presence without understanding why. This is not charm, status, or coincidence. This is Allah turning hearts in your favor. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that hearts are between the fingers of the Most Merciful, and He directs them however He wills, and He willed them toward you because you chose Him over fear. You didn't beg for approval. You didn't chase validation. You didn't try to impress anyone. Allah Himself carried your name into the minds of those who needed to recognize you. Suddenly, an influential person, someone respected, powerful, or deeply admired, begins to notice your patience, your dignity, your unwavering trust in Allah, and they feel compelled to support you, honor you, even elevate you, not because of who you are to the world, but because of who you are to Allah. Faith has a fragrance, and when you chose it over fear, that fragrance reached the hearts of people you never expected to reach. When you didn't fold, when you didn't panic, when you didn't run, you revealed something. People who secretly waited for your downfall were shocked when you stood firm, because your composure under pressure exposed the insecurity they tried to bury. Your strength revealed their fragility. Your calmness highlighted their chaos. Your silence showed the world who actually had control, and while the insecure ones felt threatened, the wise ones felt captivated. Someone influential saw this. They saw how you handled betrayal without becoming bitter, how you walked away from disrespect without losing your dignity, how you managed storms without screaming for attention. They saw that your strength wasn't arrogance, it was faith. Real power recognizes real purity, and real leaders recognize real resilience. People with experience, wisdom, and influence are naturally drawn to those who stand firm when everyone else trembles. They saw the spiritual maturity behind your silence, the depth behind your restraint, the discipline behind your calmness. To powerful souls, strength isn't loud, it's intentional. It's the quiet confidence that comes from trusting Allah, from knowing He is in control, even when everything around you looks uncertain. Your presence became louder than any explanation you could ever give. And Allah, in His perfect timing, made your patience visible to the right heart, the one capable of honoring it, valuing it, and being moved by it. Chosen ones don't realize this. Your sabr is not silent, it is not invisible, and it is not wasted. Your patience sends out a spiritual signal, a frequency that the average heart cannot detect, but those with depth, wisdom, and experience feel immediately. Someone influential, someone who has walked through their own storms, saw the way you carried yourself in hardship. They recognized the dignity in your silence, the strength in your restraint, the purity behind your tears. They saw how you didn't retaliate, didn't complain, didn't break character even when you were tested beyond your limits. Your sabr whispered truths about you that words could never express. It said, "This soul has discipline, this soul has honor, this soul has been refined by Allah," and the one who noticed you was not drawn to your worldly image or your circumstances, they were drawn to your heart. The same heart Allah purified through trials, softened through loss, strengthened through faith, and made luminous through pain. Your patience didn't just help you survive, it introduced you to souls who can see beyond the surface, souls who can recognize a chosen one when Allah places one in their path. Chosen one, understand this. The influential person who is now moving toward you, offering support, recognition, or guidance, is not the ultimate source of your reward. They are simply a door, a vehicle through which Allah chooses to open blessings, opportunities, and elevation in your life. The reward, the honor, and the real impact all come from Allah alone. When you chose faith over fear, you aligned your heart with the divine, and Allah orchestrated events so that the right person, at the right time, would step into your path. You didn't plan this. You didn't manipulate it. You didn't chase it with worldly strategies or desperate pleas. It came to you purely because Allah saw your sincerity, your patience, and your courage. This is how the chosen ones are always elevated, not by their own schemes, but by Allah's unseen hand. Many people mistake worldly recognition for ultimate reward. They believe that praise, attention, or help from someone influential is the peak of success. But for a chosen soul, these are merely signs indicators that Allah is moving things into place. The true reward is unseen, eternal, and beyond what the eyes can grasp. The influential person is a messenger of Allah's promise, a reflection of His favor, and a confirmation that the steps you took in faith were never wasted. Every moment of silence, every act of patience, every decision to trust Allah over panic or fear was building a path to this moment. And now, as this person appears in your life, remember, they are not the source, they are the door. Allah is the one who orchestrated the connection, who placed your name in their heart, and who ensured that what they bring will align with His divine wisdom. This lesson is crucial for the chosen ones. Do not be distracted by the hand that opens the door. Do not idolize the messenger. Keep your gaze fixed on Allah, who rewards, elevates, and multiplies blessings for those who remain steadfast in faith. The influential person will come and go, but the reward from Allah is eternal, unshakable, and incomparable. Your faith created this alignment, your courage brought the door to you, and Allah, in His infinite wisdom, ensures that the outcome always honors your sincerity. Never forget, it is Allah alone who writes destiny, orchestrates hearts, and grants the true reward. The rest are just signs pointing to His favor. Chosen one, understand this truth. Your faith is not passive, and your trust in Allah is not silent. Every moment you resisted fear, every choice to obey Allah rather than follow the whispers of doubt, every act of patience in hardship, all of it became a spark that ignited a chain reaction in the unseen realms. Your faith is like a pebble dropped into the ocean of destiny. Its ripples extend far beyond what your eyes can perceive, touching hearts, opening doors, and shaping futures in ways only Allah knows. When you chose faith over fear, you sent a signal to the heavens. Angels recorded your courage, the heavens aligned in response, and the unseen world began orchestrating events in your favor. This is why someone influential is now drawn to you, not because you sought them, not because you strategized, not because of worldly effort alone, but because Allah's decree responded to your sincerity. Your faith created momentum in your destiny, moving pieces, opening paths, and arranging opportunities you could never have forced or imagined. Understand this deeply. The world measures success by speed, by visibility, by recognition. But Allah measures success by alignment, by purity of intention, and by the strength of one's heart in the moments no one is watching. The doors, the opportunities, the people who notice you, all of it is part of a divine chain reaction set in motion the moment you placed your trust in Allah over your own fear. Each act of obedience, each whisper of sabr, each choice to stand firm against doubt, it all compounded, becoming a spiritual force that shapes your reality. This is why the chosen ones are never truly alone. Even when the world doubts you, when trials press hard, and when recognition seems distant, your faith is silently reshaping your destiny. It is preparing you for the reward, for the elevation, and for the divine favor that will arrive at exactly the right moment. Every hardship you endured, every fear you faced, every decision you made to rely on Allah instead of fleeing became a spark that lit the path to your breakthrough. And here's the greatest truth of all. Your faith doesn't just affect you, it affects everything around you. It inspires hearts, awakens sincerity in others, and draws people of influence into your life, aligning their will with Allah's plan for you. The ripple you created in your obedience has set into motion events that are beyond your imagination, beyond your control, and yet perfectly orchestrated. So, chosen one, never underestimate your small acts of faith. Never doubt that a single choice to trust Allah can set into motion a chain of events that reshapes your life. What you see now, someone influential noticing you, opportunities opening, blessings arriving, is merely the visible part of a vast, divine reaction triggered by your unwavering faith. The unseen world has already responded, and the world around you is beginning to catch up. Remember this: your faith is a force that cannot be ignored, a spark that cannot be extinguished, and a chain reaction that cannot be stopped. Everything happening now, every door opening, every heart turning, every blessing arriving, is proof that when a chosen one chooses faith over fear, destiny itself bends to Allah's plan. Chosen one, pay close attention to this. The world is full of voices, of people chasing status, wealth, and influence. Yet, true power, the kind that commands respect, authority, and reach, is always drawn to something far more subtle, far more profound than noise or charm. It is drawn to light, the spiritual light that emanates from the heart of a person who trusts Allah, who moves with sincerity, and who walks with courage despite fear. And this light is exactly what has drawn someone influential into your orbit. This is not a superficial attraction. Influential people, those who carry authority or sway, are often surrounded by flattery, deceit, and shallow relationships. They are approached daily by many, yet the one who leaves a lasting impression is rarely the loudest or the most ambitious. It is the one whose presence carries truth, patience, and integrity. When you chose faith over fear, Allah placed a unique light inside you, a light shaped by hardship, polished by patience, and fueled by tawakkul. That light is what makes you unmistakable to the eyes of the perceptive and the discerning. You may not even realize it, but every trial you endured, every moment of fear you overcame silently, every test you passed without complaint, has amplified this light. It radiates without effort. It speaks without words. And when a person of power encounters it, they cannot ignore it. They are instinctively drawn to it. Your light resonates with their higher awareness, their own struggles, and their innate desire to recognize purity, honesty, and strength in the world. Allah has placed you on their radar, not through strategy or networking, but because the light in your soul cannot remain hidden. Understand this clearly. Influential people can see more than the surface. They recognize character, endurance, and spiritual refinement. They recognize the one who has been tempered by trials and yet has not allowed bitterness, anger, or fear to take root. They recognize the soul that walks with humility while carrying a quiet confidence rooted in Allah. When they see you, they are witnessing the manifestation of Allah's work, the Chosen One. He has raised quietly, invisibly, and with precision. It is important, however, to remember that this attraction is not the source of your blessing. The person noticing you is a door, a vehicle for Allah's favor to reach you. The true value lies not in their attention, nor in any material gain or worldly recognition they may offer. It lies in the acknowledgement that Allah's plan is in motion. The light within you has been recognized by the right person at the right time, a sign that your path is being honored and elevated according to divine wisdom. The world may misunderstand your silence, your patience, your calm in adversity. They may mock it or overlook it, but the powerful see it. They sense the aura of someone who is guided, protected, and chosen. And that recognition is not just a compliment. It is a confirmation that the trials you endured, the courage you displayed, and the faith you held firmly have moved unseen forces to align for your success. Chosen One, guard this light, protect it, nourish it with sincerity, gratitude, and humility. Do not let fear, envy, or pride dim it. The more pure and unshakable your light becomes, the more it will naturally draw the right people, opportunities, and support toward you. Allah uses this light to place you exactly where you need to be, with the right people, at the right time, for the right purpose. Remember, powerful souls are drawn to light because they recognize authenticity, courage, and truth qualities that the world often overlooks, but Allah has preserved in His chosen ones. Your light is not only a beacon for guidance, but also a magnet for divine alignment. Keep walking in faith. Keep trusting Allah. Keep carrying your light with humility. The influential, the capable, the ones who can open doors for your destiny, they will continue to be drawn to you, not for your strength, not for your skill, but for the divine light Allah has placed within you. This is the essence of being a chosen one. Your light moves mountains in the unseen, draws people of influence toward your path, and fulfills Allah's promise that those who trust Him will always be recognized by the heavens, by the world, and by those whose hearts are aligned with divine wisdom. Chosen One, hear this clearly. Allah does not reward based on appearances, effort for show, or worldly strength. He rewards the heart, the sincerity behind every action, the hidden obedience, the quiet faith that no one else sees. The trials you endured, the fears you conquered, the patience you practiced, and the trust you placed in Allah, all of it was recorded in the unseen. This reward that is now coming to you, the recognition from someone influential, the doors opening in your favor, the divine alignment in your path, it is because of your ikhlas, your sincerity, not because of your strength or worldly skills. Many people think the world notices those who are loud, aggressive, or ambitious. They chase power, influence, and approval, believing that strength in the eyes of others will bring reward. But the chosen ones know a deeper truth. Real strength is rooted in humility, patience, and trust in Allah. It is silent, it is unseen. It is tested in moments when no one is watching, and yet it shapes destiny in profound ways. Every whisper of your heart, every silent prayer, every act done purely for Allah's pleasure has prepared the ground for this moment, when someone influential recognizes you and your path aligns with blessing. Understand this. Strength can impress the world temporarily, but sincerity is eternal. Your courage in the face of fear, your refusal to compromise your principles, your quiet obedience, these are the qualities that attract divine favor. Allah honors what is hidden and overlooked. He blesses what is pure and authentic. The influential person noticing you is only the reflection, the mirror, of Allah's acknowledgement of your heart. The real reward lies not in their recognition, not in their support, but in the divine favor that flows directly from Allah Himself. This is why chosen ones are often misunderstood, overlooked, or underestimated. The world cannot measure sincerity, and it cannot perceive the battles fought in the unseen, but Allah measures it. He sees the faith that trembles yet stands. He sees the courage that whispers in silence. He sees the heart that trusts Him more than the world, and He rewards it in ways that are sometimes subtle, sometimes monumental, but always perfect in timing and magnitude. Remember this, chosen one. Do not measure your value by who notices you or who praises you. Do not seek validation from anyone but Allah. Your reward is not for your ability to fight, to perform, or to conquer in worldly terms. It is for the purity of your intention, the steadfastness of your heart, and the sincerity of your actions. Every test you faced, every fear you overcame, every moment you chose faith over panic, doubt, or compromise, it was recorded, and it will return to you multiplied in blessings, recognition, and divine favor. And here is the most powerful truth: sincerity transforms the unseen into reality. Your quiet acts, your hidden struggles, and your unwavering faith ripple through destiny in ways the world cannot measure. That person influential enough to notice you is only part of a greater plan. The true reward is the divine favor and elevation that Allah is granting, not because you are strong, but because you are sincere. So remain steadfast, remain humble, remain sincere. Let your actions be for Allah alone. The recognition, the opportunities, and the blessings that follow are simply the visible signs of what has already been written in the unseen. This is the legacy of the chosen ones. Their sincerity is their strength, their faith is their power, and Allah's reward is their ultimate elevation. Never forget, your reward is coming because you chose faith over fear, sincerity over pretense, and Allah above all else. This is the hallmark of a true chosen one, a soul elevated, honored, and protected by the one who sees what no one else can. Chosen one, hear this truth. The moments when you felt unseen, unheard, and overlooked were not signs of neglect. They were the very moments Allah was preparing the path for your elevation. Every time fear whispered to you, every time doubt tried to shake your heart, every time the world seemed to ignore your efforts, Allah was quietly orchestrating your breakthrough. Your patience, your steadfast faith, your unwavering trust, these are the keys that unlock doors the world cannot even conceive. Do not mistake what appears as delay for denial. Often, the divine timing feels slow, and the world's impatience seeps into your heart. But remember, Allah's timing is perfect, and His wisdom is unmatched. The person influential enough to notice you today, the opportunities appearing unexpectedly, the blessings arriving in ways you could never plan, all of this is a direct result of the patience and faith you maintained when the world offered no validation. This is the law of the chosen ones. Faith in action creates unseen momentum. Your steadfastness moves hearts, your sincerity influences destinies, and your courage transforms challenges into stepping stones. The chain reaction you set in motion by choosing faith over fear is still unfolding, reaching people, opening doors, and aligning circumstances in ways that feel miraculous to the worldly eye, but are simply the execution of Allah's perfect plan. Understand this, chosen one. Every test, every trial, every moment you faced alone was a calibration of your heart and soul. Allah was preparing you to receive what He had already promised. Someone influential, noticing your worth, opportunities appearing as if by divine coincidence, and blessings flowing effortlessly into your path. These are not accidents. These are signs of your alignment with Allah's plan, proof that your patience and faith are not wasted, and confirmation that the unseen realm always honors the chosen ones. Keep walking in faith, keep trusting Allah, and keep nurturing your heart with sincerity and patience. The doors opening now are not the culmination, they are just the beginning. The blessings, the recognition, and the divine favor coming your way are the tangible evidence of what Allah has already written in the unseen. Your patience has been the lever, and your faith has been the spark. Together, they have activated a chain reaction that is reshaping your destiny in ways the world cannot comprehend. So remember, chosen one, every moment of patience, every act of faith, every silent struggle, it has not been wasted. It has prepared the soil, drawn the right people, and aligned the unseen forces for your elevation. The recognition, the support, and the favor appearing now are the first signs of Allah's promise unfolding, a promise that grows, multiplies, and transforms your life beyond what you ever imagined. Beloved soul, listen carefully. You have chosen faith over fear. You have trusted Allah when the world seemed heavy. You have remained steadfast when silence and patience were your only companions. And now, the unseen is responding. Doors are opening, hearts are turning, and someone influential has noticed the light Allah placed within you. But never forget, this is not the reward of the world. This is the reward of sincerity, the honor of faith, and the elevation of a heart aligned with Allah's will. Do not chase recognition. Do not seek validation. Do not let the praise of people define your worth. Keep your heart pure, your intentions sincere, and your trust unwavering. Everything coming your way, every blessing, every opportunity, every divine alignment is a reflection of what Allah has seen in you long before the world ever noticed. Remember, chosen one, the trials you endured, the fear you overcame, the patience you preserved in silence, all of it was preparing you for this moment. Allah is elevating you, protecting you, and rewarding you in ways no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no heart has imagined. So continue walking in faith, continue standing firm, continue carrying your light. The world may try to dim it, but Allah will always ensure it shines for the right eyes at the right time. And when the divine favor comes, it will not only change your life, it will confirm your purpose, validate your perseverance, and prove that faith, sincerity, and trust in Allah are always recognized and never wasted. This is your time, chosen one. This is your reward, and this is Allah's promise being fulfilled.